So Pressure finally updated after so long, and they've released their biggest update yet. The Worth the Wait update has a bunch of new things for the Expendables to see and experience. Some of these things include a new lobby for players to explore before starting a game, 3 new docks to explore when you first start a run, and also the door number starting at 100, signifying that we actually go down inside the black site rather than up, which makes more sense story-wise. 2 new grand encounters, those being the Abomination, which you'll find in this room. We will run from using a sassy underwater glider.
Notice, this equipment is expensive.
He's just SCP-682, which I really love. He's a pretty cute guy, and I like his chase music. And the firewall, which is it's a firewall. It's hacked and used by the painters who encourage the Expendable to complete the parkour course with the jet suit, which is the worst thing in the game. I literally cannot complete the grand encounter because of the monkey bars and the fact that if you fall midway through a room, you basically lose half of your health since you don't gain enough height to make it back onto the course. Anyways, Searchlight's grand encounter changed as well. Before encountering Searchlights, you'll first make your way to the lunar docks, where you'll need to power up a tram to continue before being stopped by a searchlight. Now you can actually see it swimming in suspended water, which is being held up by gravity orbs, which is a nice touch. The new encounter has less hiding spots and less generators to fix, and you're also given a conveyor belt, which makes traveling the arena much easier. Overall, I like this revamp much more than the old one. There's also 7 new badges, 3 of which are related to the new grand encounters, 1 is related to a new item, 2 are related to the new secret ending, and 1 is an Easter egg. Have fun getting all of them. And finally, there are 2 new endings, one being the regular ending you get when completing the game, and a new secret one that can be gained by rescuing a certain individual. In this video, I will be talking about and explaining the new endings for the Worth the Wait update because they have insane lore, and as you may know by now, I love talking about lore. So sit back and relax and make sure to like and subscribe because this update was worth the wait. You see what I did there? It's because the update's name is... The regular ending is the ending you get once you make your way to the end of the ridge and complete the final Searchlight encounter in the Let Van zone. After boarding the escape submarine located in Dock 235, you re-emerge on Dock 11. Where you're greeted kindly by a guard who gently takes the crystal from you. He instructs you to go see Mr. Shade, which I think he's dead. He doesn't look too good. The guard gives him the crystal, and after a brief moment, Navi speaks.
Would you kindly?
Another guard then assists Mr. Shade with touching the crystal, which does seemingly nothing. Navi states, "Good," gives the crystal back to the guardsman, and leaves. We're then shuffled off into a locker room where the Expendable eavesdrops on 2 guards who chat about how we got lucky and how we understand everything in the black site, likening it to an arcade game where if at first you don't succeed, insert another coin and try again. They also add on that there's no way that she would give a criminal nobody like us a second chance. She refers to Lady Death since she's the one that gives people second chances if you pay her a token. After that, the player makes their way to an armored vehicle where they get the go-ahead to leave the black site. Some time passes while riding towards our destination, and we're given a personal and heartfelt thanks from Mr. Shade himself, along with all of our criminal charges being expunged and the funds we were promised for retrieving the crystal put into our bank account under the guise of compensation for wrongful imprisonment. We are also told a news article will be fabricated, published, and shared to save our reputation in any communities we were in, putting us in the clear and allowing us to walk free with no repercussions. We're finally dropped off at the airport. Before entering, we're told not to tell anyone what we saw because no one will believe you, which is really ominous, but alright. And with that, the game ends. So, we as a potentially dangerous individual get to dissolve back into society peacefully and calmly after going through tons of pressure. What we do after escaping is a mystery for another day. And speaking of mystery, let's talk about Mr. Shade for a bit. So, Mr. Shade, for anyone who doesn't know, is the founder and owner of Urban Shade. which I mean is kind of obvious. Urban Shade literally has his name in it. So like this entire thing revolves around this decrepit corpse in a wheelchair, which is kind of funny because I think he's straight up dead. Okay, but I have a small theory that I like to believe is true, but it probably isn't. What if Mr. Shade is actually dead and it's just Navi pretending to be Shade in his place? Like, it could be possible. We see how Navi is a part of almost everything that's in the black site. Like, the path we follow is made by her, the trench bleeders are controlled by her, even the turrets are controlled by her. Well, they're controlled by Painter, but pretty much anything that Painter hijacks was originally controlled by her. So, yeah, she can do a lot. So it's within reason that she's controlling Mr. Shade's wheelchair and using her voice to talk as him, which she kind of already did because Shade uses Navi to communicate. So it's like a twisted irony that he used her to talk and now she's using him to talk. But don't get me wrong, I don't think she's doing it out of malice or anything. I just think she's carrying on his legacy and ensuring Urban Shade will continue for as long as possible, even if the founder is long gone. Yeah, but let me know what you guys think about that theory. I think it's kind of crazy, but I don't know. Anyways, it's time to talk about what I'm assuming most of you clicked on this video for, and that's the secret ending of Pressure. Now, this ending left me speechless. I'm going to say this now, if you have not gotten this ending, please go and see it. It's actually so crazy. Spoilers for those who still want to hear it, however. In order to obtain this ending, you must rescue the Painter, and you'll find him in a broken wall being guarded by turrets. He begs you for help and tells you he's sad being stuck in the black site. He sees you as a new friend and tells you that if you can rescue him and take him all the way to the ridge, he'll let you escape with Sebastian in an Innovation Inc. submarine at Dock 218. You can also trigger this if you tune the radio in Sebastian's shop. Seb will notice you decode the radio and offer you a chance to escape with him if you can rescue Painter. Once you finally make it to the end of the ridge, Sebastian will open the airlock to give you a big hug and thank you for rescuing Painter. Okay, I'm done lying. You brutally killed the Painter by punching him in the face, with the only positive from this being he can no longer mess you up for the rest of the run. So for instance, turrets won't target you, you won't have to do any gauntlets, there can't be any fake doors, and you won't have to worry about the searchlight encounter at Lunar Docks since Navi is able to close the bulkhead. That's it. That's the only thing you gain from rescuing the Painter. You'd think this would be a good thing, but the cons outweigh the pros by a lot. And also, after rescuing the Painter, Sebastian tweaks out, wondering what happened to him, and then proceeds to hunt the player down. Once you finally make it to the end of the ridge and pull the airlock lever, you're put in a cutscene, and honestly, I think I'm just gonna let it play out in full so you can understand just how insane Pressure could get. Okay, we made it. Okay, pull the switch. What? What? What's that? Who's banging, bruh? That better not. Don't tell me it's who I think it is. Sebastian, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I can explain. I can explain. Please.
You could have had everything you ever
Sebastian,
wanted.
you're not listening to me.
I ever wanted.
I want to help you, bro.
You still went out of your way to take everything I had left
No.
in the
You
process.
don't understand. I had to do that.
You entitled.
Sebastian, please, you need to understand me. I had to kill the Painter.
Expect me to sit idly by and keep smiling.
Please,
as if
bro.
nothing ever happened.
Please, let's just talk about this.
I'm smiling, all right. Grinning.
Yeah.
Ear to.
Yeah.
Don't even.
Let's just be happy about this,
start
bro.
that Following orders, schlock.
But I swear.
You knew what you were doing all too
They were gonna kill me, Sebastian. They were gonna kill me.
Your sweet time. Enjoyed every last second of it.
It was a mercy, bro. Please.
Excellent, even. I'll merely return the favor. And you bet I'll be enjoying
What?
every last moment.
What are you gonna do, man?
This.
Oh my god! He ripped my heart out! Was
The best
carrying
part?
Painter.
I get to do this over and over again. You'll come back. I'll know, and I'll be waiting. You have no one to blame but yourself. You're in a hell of your own making, and you're never getting out!
Am I supposed to die?
What? What is it this time?
Look! Oh my god! He will forget. They will all forget. You serve a purpose greater than you realize. Stick to the script. Did Mr. Lope just erase Sebastian? Dude. There is no way. That is actually insane. So, yeah, there is a lot to unpack. First, while we don't have a heart, Sebastian does. He actually cared for the painter, which is made more evident in this update thanks to new dialogue they can share over a walkie-talkie. He actively had plans on escaping with the painter, seeing as how the painter was all he had left after everything was taken from him. And I think they actually do escape while you're in the ridge during the normal ending, but I'm not too sure. And secondly, Mr. Lope might be God. That might be an overstatement, but still. I knew he was some almighty being, but being able to both erase people and their mind on a scale as massive as he described is crazy. Also, this ending makes it clear to us that Lope needs or expects something from the player. If he's willing to reset everyone and everything just so we can stick to the script, then there's something bigger at play than just retrieving the crystal. And there's also the fact that he tells you that you serve a greater purpose. It's clear to me that the player will be doing a lot more for Urban Shade in the future, and by extension, Lope. But just know that everything you do is all according to him, and he will do whatever it takes to make sure you stay as a puppet and do everything according to his script. Anyways, that's about it for the video. Thankfully, this isn't the full update, and we're actually getting more parts later on, so I'm really excited for that. And you know, that also means more lore, which bring on the lore, baby. Awkward. If you have anything you want to add or take away from the video, then feel free to do so in the comments. This is really a short video. I just really wanted to get this off my chest as soon as possible, even though this is like 4 days late since I have a job. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. This has been Super Derplux, and peace.